morning. Hi, how are you? Good morning, Karen. It is a beautiful day here, Sunday morning at Port Elliot. Admittedly, it looks a bit grey outside. It was actually foggy, so I'm not sure if it's still fog or whether it's cloud now. And good morning, Sky. How are you? And okay. So I'm not actually doing personalised like card pulls. This is a general card spread that I do every morning at 8 o'clock. Well, most every morning at 8 o'clock. But I do see it as a positive, just as a quick what's passing through as I read that. You'll need to probably sort out something else to get the answer. Actually, by it happening, really, thinking that way. It is happening. Cynthia, good morning to you. How are you going too? Now, just a little bit of the housekeeping side of it, because I do have this going to the YouTube channel as well, which I've got in the description. Well, I haven't put the description there, but that's what it is on there. You just search for Ros Boundy and see this face, you'll see it, or the cards, the Lenormand cards. Or it's live. You see. That's if you have that choice, wanting to do YouTube instead of the Facebook, and clicking the likes and the subscribes, all those types of things that we can do to share around what is, well, actually, I think really good information, because I've been doing it for over a year now. So, yeah, look, that's fine, Sky. I'd just like to explain that, because not everybody reads the descriptions of what's on for, these videos. I have got the My Time, whichever way this is supposed to go, the mytimetv.live link is in the description above on a desktop. I've got it just under the date this time so that it's as easy to see as possible. And that's where you'll get your comments seen like this, so that I can put them up on the screen. And good morning to you, Fiona. Lovely to hi to everyone from you as well. And those beautiful row of hearts. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now, what we have is the 5-card spread this morning. I might find a little time to do a little bit extra as well. I have got this cross-posted to the Ros Boundy page, as well as the Hypnosis Plus with Ros page. That's my two business pages. Oh, see my little owl at the back? Oh, now I can't go, which way is it? And I just had a little fiddle with how I did the little setup there in the corner, because if you can see right at the tip of my finger, you can actually see I've got a very... I haven't used them in a while, the healing tools, but there's some crystals, so it represents the earth. We've got the sky, the earth with the plant, and we've got the snake rattle sitting there, and it's what owls like to eat, is little snakes. And it balances out with the oracle cards deck there, the tarot cards there, beautiful flowers, the fruits of the earth, and the sky, of course. And then what we've got above, which if I point that way, is a beautiful vibration that is everything. Sound is everything. It's the vibration of what is. Everything vibrates. Our beautiful, loving energy vibrates. You feel it when you walk into a room. Now, I'll switch this around, and I shall... whoops, wrong way. And I shall take off the scrolling... well, they're not actually the websites, it's just describing where you'll find me. And we'll get into this set of cards. Beautiful set of cards. So if you're on my Hypnosis Plus page or my Ros Boundy page, I can't see your comments at the moment. For some reason, I couldn't get them up in my in the background for the Ros Boundy page. Yesterday it worked. This morning I can't see how it's coming up. It's not telling me it's live, so I'm just hoping like heck that it is actually cross-posting properly and that it is there. But look, we're going to move on with the reading, because that's what we're here for. So as I was looking at these, I thought, wow, and isn't the camera beautifully clear this morning? It must be because it's Sunday morning, there's not many other people on at the same time. Who knows? The vagaries of technology and internet, isn't it? What we've got here is letter in the workspace. So this is work, home, unexpected up there, your role, and the outcome in the center. I love it that the stalks come back. They're still there. Well, stalks come back. Anyway, if you've been following me, you will have noticed that stalk was a single card that I used to represent, that came up on for Friday on Saturday morning, because I wasn't able to do Friday. It just wasn't possible with the work I went to. Anyway, letter in the workspace. So there's going to be something that's writing of some form. So it could even be the, good morning, message from family. I don't do the individual messages. This is a general card reading only, general spread. They are divine cards, aren't they, Fiona? As we have chatted about how beautiful these cards are and such detail. There's so much to get from one of these artwork type cards. They're so beautiful. And there are many different Lenormand decks. That's a reminder too, to remind people that this is the deck that I use. That's the one. It's the Gilded Reverie. Lenormand is not tarot. It's a different style of card. It's a different form of card system. And Sarah Marchetti is the artist. I'm using the expanded edition, as you can see there. I do have the plain deck as well. But I do have the plain deck as well, but I do absolutely love the expanded because it has the extras. And this morning we don't have any of those in this deck. We've got all the cards that are from the organic deck, original deck. Now, in the workspace with a letter, it could be any type of communication. Then it's going to be a little more on the official side probably, or recognition. I like the fact that it's got this wax seal on it, and it does bring it a bit more of an official nature, and especially I'll explain when we get to the tower. But it's and it's also more personalised, so it's something that's going to be more of a meaning to an individual, probably yourself. So just look out for it. I'm just feeling that in that workspace, whether you're going to be writing one for more work, or, like a job application or something like that, or you're going to be writing a thank you letter to somebody, because it can be personal as well. But being in this work spot, I think it's more for the work arena. Thank somebody at your workspace for something special that they've done, or ideas that need to be a little more formalised, that type of thing, a proposal even. Not of the marriage nature, but of the ideas, putting a agreement together or a proposal, something like that. It just has that a bit more official type of feel to it for me, sitting here in this workspace. And then as we move over into our home space, we've got the birds. And this is the original card for the birds in this depiction. So it's actually the gathering of a group, so that there is a lot, discussion, family things happening, the flying in, the flying out whenever it needs to be. And it has that more casual feel to it. So it almost brings a lightness to it. So it's just got that feeling of a fun day. And I suppose that's quite possible for a Sunday, being the weekend, and for most people a day of rest and getting together with family. So I think that's shown up really appropriately, actually, in that spot. Very nice. Especially when we've got also, yes, it is clouds that are just developing outside my window. So we've got those spots of sunshine going to come into our day. So you're going to have that strong sun energy popping up in your day in those unexpected moments. So have those times where you're aware, and even when you feel that sunshine's coming through, that moment is to have more light shine on it, just to have a little bit more of an awareness and a deeper readiness to actually understand what it's going to be meaning for you in that moment you see it. You've got this deck. Isn't it amazing, Sky? It's a beautiful deck. I love it. That's why I use it and have done for over the year now. And we move down now to your role. This one is in the spread that I've been using, that I am using. It's the tower. Now, the tower is a structure of strength. It's actually firmly grounded in the foundation of the earth. It's created big foundation. What you can't see is another structure there where that light is. My camera's not picking that up because of the reflection through the window and stuff. So, but there is 3 towers there. The main, of course, being what it is in the central position, of course, because that's the one that's standing at the full strength, but it still gives support and foundation for these others. It does bring in that feeling of a little bit more of an official thing, and I think that's why government style thing. I think that's why for me, with this one as the letter in that workspace, that it's actually more of the governmenty type thing, and my role is I've been working on getting my tax prep stuff done, and I'm still on the tail end of it, working out details and stuff. It does take some time, but do it with the good foundation of getting it done, and that's what it is, the message for me. So if there's something else that you're needing to actually put in place along the legal side, and I'm going to even refer to yours, Sky, as far as to buy a house, what do you see happening with this? Make sure that you do have the the paperwork and everything in place. That's possibly what this could mean for you as well. So you've got to work on getting that paperwork done for the government side of it, okay? Because especially if you're going as first homeowners grant or things like that, that's the type of thing I'm feeling it's meaning there for you. It's with anything with these cards. Do take them so that what message you're getting is relevant for your situation, where you're at, where your position is in your work, in your home. It's not just what I'm saying. It's you sitting in your energy space, your soul connection, your heart space, taking those breaths and being ready to receive the message that's for you. And that first thought that might pop into the mind could be it for you. That's what I'm trying to encourage each and every one that uses their cards as their guide. And remember, none of it is actually concreted in. It's all fluid. Energy is fluid. It's motion. It's energy. It moves. So be ready to have some of what happens in your life move around a bit, because that's what change is. And that's what the stalk is. Beautiful stalk. I just love the way we do need to. It's the one guarantee in life. All the double numbers on the cards. Oh, is it? I haven't even looked at the numbers. I don't always. So, the 2s and 7s, 1s and 9s. 3 and 1. Good pick there, Fiona. I hadn't looked at the numbers. So there you go. I don't always, but with stalk, beautiful. It is about the change and new things being put into place, and having that tweaking of what is happening to be just perfect, and it being ready for the next season of breeding, the new eggs in the nest. One of the things, as I was rereading the guide, I did actually read the guidebook for this one the other day when I pulled it for Friday, because I thought, I know because it was the one card that I had pulled for the meaning of Friday, I thought, well, I'm just going to see what the book does have this around this stalk, and it's a change card and new things starting, which for me certainly had rolled into place very quickly, or flowed into place, or fallen into place, whatever way. The synchronicities of what life is. And stalks do come back as a pair. They're a lifetime pair coupling, and come back to the same nest, which is something I didn't know. I haven't Googled it. I haven't looked it up for that type of fact, but it certainly is what was in the guidebook for this deck. And I thought, well, how significant. There we are with all sorts of things happening, getting things in writing and being communicative. We've got to do things in a good way as far as our communication goes, and having those bright moments that really bring us to that solid foundation of change, creating that solid foundation for this change that is happening, and it's in place already, started or has started and in place, and that tweaking, that's the outcome. So look, whatever that means for you in that layout for today, in that reading, do take it to heart that none of it is a set in concrete factor just because a set of cards have given you some guidance. It's not, I'm going to go out today and I'm going to write a letter and I'm going to chat with my family and things like that. like these cards would indicate is possible, it doesn't mean to go out and do that. It just means still continue your life as you would have from the time you woke up to the time you go to bed, without even thinking of what the cards have guided, because it's there in the energy now, imbued through what is our wholesome, our wholeness as the world, as humanity. It's part of now because they've been dealt, and it's just continuing to live your life as you would. And you'll find probably at the end of the day how significant, how significant these cards will have been and meant to you by the time you've finished your day, and maybe glance at what these cards are or think, oh, well, actually that did. Just allow it to work through in the way that it's meant to. And just because I've said it one way in explanation doesn't make it the be all and end all. What you receive from these cards as your message is what is going to be the most important. Okay? And good morning, Alison. How are you? And to those also who are on the YouTube or on the other pages that I can't see your comments, not till I go check it out afterwards. Now, I'm going to collect these cards up. And I'll put them away. And what I did, I actually found, because one of the reasons, and I'll show you with just the one card, I'll just shuffle these again and pick one card. I'm just doing this ad hoc because normally I would just finish there. But what I have found is, oh, that's okay, Karen, thank you. I absolutely love doing this each morning. My new lifestyle with having part-time work is going to change that a little bit. I'll be changing it around. It won't be every day at 8 o'clock that I do this, but I'll try and get pre-recordeds for the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, which is when my work days are going to be for that, for the upcoming. And what I've got here is this card, right? I've got that from here. Now, if we can look at it, what I actually found, because I have been doing a little bit more sorting and cleaning, is another deck. That the reason why I would have purchased this one, Pocket Goddess Tarot, is because I had the full one, right? I would have had the full deck somewhere. Haven't found that yet. But that's indicative, a good indication of what size these cards are. And here we've got one of the cards. It's the Four of Cups, and it is tarot. This one is. But you look at how easily that one goes in my hand, and how easily. Oh, hang on. Let me do it. I was going to do it that way so you could see them. Look at the difference in the size of the cards, and when I actually just marry them together. Have a look at that. Oh, whoops, hang on. I'm getting mixed up, muddled up here. You look at the difference. Oh, hang on. I'm just going to switch that round. Have a look at the difference. And they're so small. They're quite small. And yet I really like this deck because it does shuffle so easily in a small hand. And looking at this one, as I found it the other day, I thought, oh, wow, that really is an easy deck to shuffle. Well, it's an easy enough deck to shuffle, but they're quite fat. As you see, the number of cards in a tarot is and we'll just do a little, I'll just do a mini little lesson here, aren't I? And we'll take this one, the top one, and you look at the difference in how many there is. Have a look at that. The difference in how fat that is to shuffle when you can see it like that. It's quite a difference, isn't it? So I'm here trying to shuffle this deck, and it's not as easy as I first thought, although it fits in the hand quite easily. I might even do a Sunday afternoon spread with this deck, just to try it out, but it won't be yet. I've still got some more of the tax stuff to do. I'm just going to shuffle very quickly, clear them, because I haven't played with these ones for a long time. So I've just cleared them with the 3 taps, and I've just done a Reiki symbol over it to cleanse, and tap again, and they're clear as they are. So I'm just going to put that one there and have a look at that. There we've got balance. Now, I've not done it the right angle because I've faced that to me. And I'm going to put another one. Now, with these, I'm only just guessing and going from memory. It was a long time ago, really, that I've used tarot. So as you can see from even the labels, those three are going to be, well, those two are from the major arcana, and we've got the Six of Swords. So those who know tarot might be able to instantly recognize the meanings of those. Now, it's been a while since I've done tarot, so I can't actually remember specifically what the meaning is of the Six of Swords. But as we look here and see that against the ship that is the Lenormand, a single word, yes, here we've got the single word balance, we've got the single word power, and the swords is part of the minor arcana. But it's the way that we can actually just look at the cards and feel the energy from them. I love the ship because as a young person, as a child, well, was I a child? I suppose 14, 15 is a child. I learnt how to sail in a dinghy on Lake Albert, and it was one of the best things. I just absolutely loved sailing. It's not something I continued onwards into adulthood. Once starting family restricts your actions quite a lot of what you can do sport-wise. So I didn't do it all the way through, didn't do sailing all the way through, but certainly helped in school years for the kids for sailing. And this just brings back those memories as I'm looking at this card and knowing that it's about travel and longer term travel and taking that sort of adventure. It feels adventurous because of the nature of this card, the depiction, the artwork. And yet you're looking here at what is tarot, a completely different style of card. I don't know which one's older or younger, whether tarot was first or Lenormand was first. I feel tarot may have been, but look, it doesn't matter. It's only something that we're using as our guidance. So that's what it is. Sorry, I was just looking at some of these comments. Have I put these ones up? Fiona, you're saying thank you for the Sunday morning message. Oh, thank you. And Shoei, hi, lovely lady, lots of love and blessings. Yeah, I don't do the individual cards for the Sunday morning, for any of the morning readings. It's just doing the spreads. And I thought because it's Sunday, the sun is shining. Oh, it's not quite here. But anyway, I don't do the individual card readings. I just felt that I needed to pull these out to compare, so that when you yourself are choosing your own deck of cards, you go for what is feeling for you the most attractive deck, what feels right for you with the energy of the cards, because there's so many different styles and manner of cards out there. Just feel the energy of them to what you want to use, because it is your guidance, your benefit, your inner knowing, and what you're going to gain for that as you move through learning about what deck you're going to use. Now, this one, I'm just going to put it back there. That's that little goddess. Oops, it's the little goddess tarot card. So I'll move that one out, and this is the deck that I found as I was working at finding something else. I found these in the cupboard, in the drawer. I had unpacked them, but packed them away. I had unpacked them from the move, but just packed them away because I knew at the start I wasn't going to be using tarot for a little while. So just feel into the energy, though. So just in these three cards that we've got balance of power, and what we actually do need to create in our lives is balance, because that was the first one I pulled out, remember? Yamanya being the goddess of the seas. And the power Freya is fire and power and all that sort of really fiery energy, and getting that into action. I think with the old traditional tarot, this might have been chariots just because of the way it's depicted. But look, you just feel the energy of what you're looking at when you've chosen that deck of cards. That's what you're feeling is identifying with you as your character, your personality, all things that you love. Choose the deck that you love, okay? And the swords, seeing this beautiful, it's a beautiful Egyptian depiction of this, and I can't remember what lady, whether it is or not, because I think major arcanas tend to, in this deck, from memory reflect the goddesses, obviously. This is a goddess. We're all goddesses. It's just that, minor arcana, it's just one of, is there really anything that is ordinary? We're all unique and special and wonderful. And she's just looking pensively. It looks to be into a pond of lilies or something like that. Or maybe she's even in the boat. Could be she's in the boat. There's water behind. I've just got to have a look. Or is that the mountains? No, it looks like hills. It's what you feel from that energy. So in that, there is balance within, and that's what we're needing to gain, our power, and it's the power being more like that strength, and this one feels more nurturing, loving, and responsive, if you know what I mean. So it's all different ways that we can actually interpret and see how our messages are going to work for us, and how it's going to be our own interpretation being that best. And it's great to actually have that guidance from someone else at times that brings, I just love those dolphins, aren't they gorgeous? To bring our own understanding to get towards our center, our heart center, so that we can better understand ourselves, to better understand around us what is, the physicality of it, and also the energetics of it, and the interaction that we have with each other in our relationships, in just our connection in being humanity. So I'm going to leave it there because usually, it's 1 a.m. here. So you'd be over in the US, Canada, that line of time zones, or even Britain, yeah? Okay, what are we now? 8, anyway, 1 a.m. Oh, you're not that far off. Not that far away. Anyway, thank you for being present here. Thank you for joining in with me. Do spread the word. Do enjoy your day as the best you can be, because that's what we're here for. So until tomorrow morning, I'll be able to do the live stream again at 8 o'clock in this way, shorter though, because usually I try to keep them at 15 minutes as a max, but it's Sunday. I added the extra. So thank you very much, and we'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Adelaide time, and namaste. Oh, I've got to put that one up. That's beautiful.